meditation technique is universal, and it's not only for Buddhists, but it's for everyone of every religion, race, and nationality around the world. The Global Light of Peace is being conducted simultaneously on 6 continents at this very moment. The 6 locations are New York City, USA, representing North America, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, representing South America, Barcelona, Spain, representing Europe, Maputo, Mozambique, representing Africa, Sydney, Australia, representing Oceania, Iloilo, Philippines, representing Asia. Let's give a round of applause for this impressive global effort and for the worldwide participation. Now, I would like to invite everyone to participate in a brief video recording. This will be our greeting to the other 5 continents, which are joining the event simultaneously at this very moment. So, in order to greet the other continents, we will stand up together, and I will first say, "Hello everyone, we are here in New York City, United States of America," and you all together will recite out loud with a strong and loud voice our motto 3 times. We will say, "Global Light of Peace in the USA, we make it happen." Global Light of Peace in the USA, we make it happen. Global Light of Peace in the USA, we make it happen. We can do it, you can do it too. Okay, is everybody ready to greet the other 5 continents? If so, please stand up and join us. So I will start by saying, "Hello everyone, we are here in New York City, the United States of America." And now on the count of 3, we will recite the motto together. 1, 2, 3. Global Light of Peace in the USA, we make it happen. Global Light of Peace in the USA, we make it happen. Global Light of Peace in the USA, we make it happen. We can do it, you can do it too. Yay! Shall we try that again, or was that sufficient for the recording, for the greeting for the other continents? Should we try to do it one more time, louder and stronger? We're speaking out to 5 other continents around the world right now. So let's try one more time. I will start off by saying, "Hello everyone, we are here in New York City, United States of America." And now on the count of 3, we'll recite our motto. 1, 2, 3. Global Light of Peace in the USA, we make it happen. Global Light of Peace in the USA, we make it happen. Global Light of Peace in the USA, we make it happen. We can do it, you can do it too. Yay! Thank you so much, that was wonderful. Now if you'd like to have a seat. In the midst of all the conflict and turmoil that's going on in the world right now, the achievement of world peace is very much needed. At this very moment, there is a deep wish for freedom. Whichever method one chooses to use to escape the chaos of today's world doesn't really work for very long, and nor does it reverse the course of humanity. However, meditation practice, which is universal, is one method that is sustainable and can produce lasting changes in a person, in society, and ultimately the world. The change starts with an individual like yourself. Meditation is something that everyone can do. When we start meditating, we will know the taste of real freedom. Today, many people from around the world have given themselves the opportunity to meditate together during this global world peace event to attain inner peace and happiness within oneself. Only then can we spread this peace and happiness to others in our community, our country, and around the globe so world peace can emerge. World peace is something we must work to accomplish in our lifetime. We just need to make an effort to extend our inner light to those around us. Today is an incredibly auspicious occasion as we create world peace through inner peace together from 6 continents around the world. So I'd like to begin by inviting our special honorary guests here to begin making speeches. I would like to start by inviting Dr. Sarah Said, the New York City representative for the Mayor of New York, to deliver a special message from Mayor Bill de Blasio to all the honorary guests and participants this morning. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. It's my honor to read a letter from the mayor. It says, "Dear friends, I'm delighted to join the Buddhist Council of New York and the Middle Way Meditation Institute and all of the partnering organizations in welcoming everyone to Global Light of Peace 2017. New York is the proud home to residents of all backgrounds and beliefs who share a commitment to international understanding. Today's uplifting event is being held simultaneously on 6 continents and will unite a diverse group of New Yorkers and people around the world for a time of reflection and meditation about promoting peace through mindfulness. I commend the staff, members, and supporters of the Council and MMI for their efforts to foster cross-cultural exchange and interfaith dialogue and teach people in the 5 boroughs and beyond about the physical and mental benefits of meditation. Together, we are forging a brighter, more harmonious future for all. On behalf of the City of New York, I extend my best wishes for a meaningful morning of fellowship. Sincerely, Bill de Blasio, Mayor."
I would now like to invite the Reverend Dr. T.K. Nagagaki, President of the Buddhist Council of New York, to give a speech. Welcome.
Good morning, venerable monks, nuns, and all the religious leaders, and everyone who are practicing the peace in your life. On behalf of the Buddhist Council of New York, I would like to extend my welcome to all of you. And also, it is an important time now, especially the world is getting so chaotic here and there everywhere. And it probably is very important to extend our love and compassion to the entire human beings. And in Buddhism, we always talk about importance of the mind, especially like a Dhammapada, very beginning. It says, with our mind, we make the world. And so this simple phrase, with our mind, we make the world. So in order to make the world change, then we need to be, working on our own mind. Our own mind change, the world can change too. And so from this sense, this gathering and creating the opportunity or place to meditate and really working on your own mind and then bringing the peace to yourself and then also bringing that compassion, nurture the compassion, love. That's probably one of the most important things that we have to be doing. Then that extended to all of the world, all of the people, that they can work on building the real peace. not just the surface level, but the peace coming within ourselves. And each of us can cultivate such power of peace. And that really brings the world peace from the Buddhist point of view. So I'm very glad Middle Way organization and all the Buddhists and religious leaders are gathered here to bring the peace to not only ourselves, but also the others, or not the others, all of us, probably. Not exclusively us and others, but we all together, we should be the one create the peace and happiness within ourselves and then within this world that we are living. So I thank you very much.
I would now like to invite the Reverend Bertram Johnson of the Riverside Church, who is the Minister of Social Justice, Advocacy, and Change, to give a speech now. Welcome.
Good morning. Get my glasses. So as Don stated, I am Reverend Bertram Johnson. I'm the Minister of Justice, Advocacy, and Change here at the Riverside Church, and it's my pleasure to welcome each of you in person and around the globe to the Global Light of Peace 2017. It is an honor for us to serve as the North American host for this momentous gathering. And I hope that as you spend time in our home of worship, that you also feel that this is your home, and that each person, whoever you are, regardless of your beliefs and background, know that you are welcomed and at home here too. I'd like to thank the Middle Way Meditation Institute for asking us to partner for this global call to meditation, giving us an opportunity to align our hearts, our minds, our bodies, and even our breath for the pursuit of peace within ourselves and for our planet. In the sacred Christian text, the gospel writer Matthew recalls the words of Jesus in saying, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God." Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. In this time when violence has become so commonplace, where fear is our basic attitude toward those who are different from us, and shame is practiced as one would a sport, our world is in great need for those of us who are making the way of peace. The world has a great need for peacemakers. The rise in religious fundamentalism in the global scale and nationalism has caused many of us to retreat into our cherished and safe havens, away from anyone who thinks or acts or looks, maybe even hopes or believes different than we do. Even those of us who seek the paths of faith sometimes find it hard to shake the ease of anger and abuse and indifference to those who are suffering and around us. As we pursue the work of God's love and justice, we can't be so bold to hold on to our own righteousness and believe that we are the only ones who know the path. But in our work for justice, we must also seek unity. We must seek understanding and believe in the opportunity for reconciliation between people who may be of different mindsets and different beliefs. But in seeking that unity, we're actually seeking peace for ourselves and for the world. Today, as we gather in meditation, I encourage you to remember that at the source, at the beginning of our work, and at the beginning of our pursuit of justice and what is right in the world, we're actually seeking peace. We're seeking unity and understanding between people who may be different from each other. But in the pursuit of unity and peace, we're actually finding our common understanding of humanity, that we're seeing the God, the beautiful creation of God in another person, and also acknowledging that in ourselves. And so my encouragement and my wish for us today is that we see and understand God being in and among us in this community. And that because we know who God is for ourselves, we can find God and see God in each other. And that truth, that understanding, that belief will draw us closer into peace for ourselves and for our neighbor. Again, welcome to the Riverside Church, and we are grateful to have you here and align our hearts with you in peace. God be with you. Amen.
I would now like to invite Imam Dr. Ahmed Merhar Atlig from the Interfaith Council of New York to give a speech now.
This paper is not a sign that my speech will take a long time. Namaste, good morning, shalom, peace be upon you, assalamu alaikum. My dear brothers and sisters, when I am saying that, my brothers and sisters, it's not a classical saying. Actually, I mean it because it is reminding me a philosophy. By saying my dear brothers and sisters reminds me a story, a rabbi story. I love it. I like to share. A rabbi once asked his students how they could tell when night had ended and day was on its way back. That's the question. One of the pupils says, is it when you can see an animal in the distance and can tell whether it is a sheep or dog? Rabbi says no. Another pupil says, is it when you can look at a tree in the distance and tell whether it is a fig tree or a peach tree? Rabbi says again, no. Well then, the students demanded, when is it? When the night had ended and day was on its way back. How do you understand? When? It is when you look on the face of another human being and see that he or she is your brother or sister. If you don't do that, doesn't matter the time, it is still night, like on these days. We are here to light up, and then look at the outside as the light is coming up, but it is still night. According to this story, it is still night, because when I say, my dear brothers and sisters, it is just coming from here, not from the heart. It is sort of internalizing thing. The question is, am I internalizing the reality? When I see you, I am seeing my brother and sister. That's the question, I think. There is a verse in Quran, at the beginning, we call that Fatiha. This is the chapter. There is a verse in it. Originally, we say, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. That means, oh God, show us the right path. Literally, you can find the verse in Bible as well. Oh God, show us the right path. I was asking to myself, what is the right path? I was in Manchester as an imam of Turkish community. We set up a visit to the nearby church in order to visit in Easter time with my congregation, with the imam's robe like this. And then I was speaking, a 95 years old lady, slow by slow, comes onto me and didn't say anything first, just touch on my hand, and she said, "Imam, you know what? For the first time in my life, I am touching an imam," she said. I said, "It's not your fault. It is my fault. For the first time in my life, I visited a church. It is my fault." We are relational. I was asking myself, what's the right path? The right path is our nature. We are human beings. And then we have to follow our nature. Look at this beauty, you know. We are all brothers and sisters here, coming from different backgrounds, but we are human first. And then if we follow our nature, we're gonna understand that, okay, our first duty to be a human first. And I like to finalize my words. Sorry about this. I'm boring imam. Yes, I agree. And then it's very, very tiny, short monk story I have while I'm finalizing. The nature of things. As I said before, we have to follow our nature. 2 monks were washing their bowls in the river when they noticed a scorpion that was drowning. You remember the story? One monk immediately scooped it up and set it upon the bank. In the process, he was stung. He went back to washing his bowl, and again the scorpion fell in. The monk saved the scorpion and was again stung. The other monk asked him, "Friend, why do you continue to save the scorpion when you know its nature is to sting?" "Because," he said, the monk replied, "to save it is my nature." We are human. Our nature is peace. Our nature is to save peace, to light up, and then trying to be on the right path. Thank you very much.
Now I'd like to introduce our performers this morning. We have May Patrice Pinkett and Jeanette Coleman Alexander. They will be singing the song titled Peace. May composed the lyrics for the Peace song. She was born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. She has worked for the Baltimore Symphony, Detroit Symphony, the Boston Pops, the Helsinki Philharmonic, and the London Symphony Orchestras. May also sang for the Dalai Lama at a special event at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine right here in New York City. We have Jeanette Coleman Alexander. She is from the Bronx, and she has 30 years of experience as a professional singer. She currently performs with the Gary Samuels Praise and Hymn Ensemble all over the United States and abroad. And this ensemble has been nominated for a Grammy Award. She has performed at impressive venues such as Lincoln Center, Madison Square Garden, the Town Hall, Apollo Theater, and concert halls across Madrid, Spain. She's also received TV credits for The Rosie O'Donnell Show and The Conan O'Brien Show for performances with Garth Brooks. So please welcome our performers this morning. May and Jeanette, please come to the stage.
Look into my window, come into my door and try to understand me. Who could ask for more? Let's take a chance on a brand new world for every boy and girl. Come into my heart and hold my hand. Won't you please give peace a chance? Please save one last dance for life every day and night. We all should live. We all should give peace a chance. Each of us have feelings that we all can share. Hunger, fear, and happiness. All of us have been there. Can't you see? We're more alike than different. You will agree. Come into my world and understand. Oh yes, won't you please give peace a chance? Please say one last dance for life every day and night. We all should live. We all should give peace a chance. All the children of the world deserve a safer place. We should have respect enough for all the human race. Sometimes we don't all agree on each and everything, but we all should live and let live. Make the children want to see. Won't you please give peace a chance? Please say one last dance for life every day and night. We all should live. We all should give peace a chance.
I would now like to invite Bhante Sudaso, President of Buddhist Insights, to give a speech now.
So when asking the question of how can we generate world peace, what can we do to bring about peace, we first need to ask, what is it that prevents peace? What is it that gets in the way? What is it that generates conflict? What is it that generates, again, the opposite of peace? What is it that produces hostility? And there's a very simple and direct answer to that in Buddhist practice, in Buddhist philosophy, which is that ultimately the result of, or the source of all these unpleasant results is the attachment to self. It's the obsession with self-identity. It's the focus on the sense of me and mine. So the Buddha calls it ahankara, mamankara, and asmimana. So ahankara, so producing a sense of me. Mamankara, producing a sense of mine, of possessiveness. And asmimana, the underlying conceit of self-existence, the underlying belief, I am, I exist. So these are the three basic delusions that give rise to self-attachment, to self-identity, to this sense of me and mine, as opposed to other. And as soon as we create that sense of self and other, the sense that there's a me over here, which has what I possess, what belongs to me, and there's the others over there which are not me, then that creates the conditions in which we value ourselves and denigrate others. It creates the conditions in which we set up ourselves as being more important or more valuable than others. It sets up the conditions in which we feel the need to protect and guard what we think of as ours, as our possessions, and then to disregard the possessions or what's considered valuable by others. So it all comes back to that one root delusion, that one root misperception of self-identity, that misperception of I am, that belief in this inherent delusion of self-existence. So ultimately, all Buddhist practice is aimed at the dissolution, the dissolving, the elimination of self-attachment, of self-identity. And with the elimination of self-identity, then all interpersonal conflict would cease immediately. It immediately ceased to be a problem. When there's no longer any distinction of self and other, then any violence toward another ceases to make any sense. It becomes completely unconscionable. There's just no way it can happen. So then ultimately, this is what we're aiming at as the goal of our meditation practice. Often starting with simple things like the cultivation of concentration or mindfulness of the body. So simple ways of starting to train the mind. But these are just the first steps. Ultimately, it's through the examining our mind and body through the lens of the perception of not self. So seeing this body is not me, this body is not mine, this body is not what I am. Looking at the mind, looking at our feelings, our perceptions, our thoughts, even looking at our awareness itself, our consciousness itself, and reflecting, this is not me, this is not mine, this is not what I am. These are all just natural phenomena coming and going according to causes and conditions. It's not who we really are, and it's not something that really belongs to us. And ultimately, there is nothing that is who we really are. There is nothing that is ultimately our self or our true nature or our true essence. There is no such thing. So abandoning these concepts of me and mine, letting go of the sense of self-existence, then leads to not just inner peace and world peace, but it leads to the complete relinquishing of all sources of discomfort and discontent. It leads to the attainment of unconditional happiness and true knowledge, true freedom. It leads to the attainment of that highest goal of Buddhist practice, nirvana or enlightenment, which ultimately is the purpose of all Buddhist practice. So I think that's all I have to say this morning. So just a reminder, it steps along the path, but not to get too caught up in the early steps. So Buddhism is not just about concentration, and it's not just about peace, though those are, of course, wonderful things to develop, but rather it's looking at what is the underlying cause of all conflict, and how can we eliminate that underlying cause? And ultimately, that underlying cause is self-identity in all its forms. And therefore, our practice is the elimination of self-identity, the elimination of self-attachment. So I think I'll leave it there for now. Thank you all for coming.
I would now like to invite Guruji, Reverend Dr. Dilip Kumar Tan Kapan, an ordained interfaith minister and yoga guru from One World Yoga Community, to give a speech.
Namaste everyone. Good morning. No, you are not good enough. Good morning. See, because we are so lucky to be in this place, especially New York City. There's an importance about New York City. We are more open to the world. Most of the leaders are here. Our political leaders and sisters, I know them from different events. They are divine beings. You are divine beings. That's where we are here. Am I right or wrong? Right. The early morning, 7 o'clock, 7:30, we are here for world peace. I got a topic to talk. The importance of religious leaders coming together to bring the peace. I'm not giving a talk. I want to share something. I born in an interfaith family. Mother is a Hindu. Father is an Orthodox Christian. You know how hard 60 years back we had really hard time in our life. We both kicked out from our parents. But they took as a challenge, and we got 3 children. They all educated and sent them to different places. I will say I am lucky. I am here with you guys. The divinity is not symbol. We all are chosen people. We all are spiritual beings by birth. We may have different culture, different experience, different religious background. But God or the universe never created us a religious person. All are by birth spiritual beings. So why we are fighting each other for the what purpose? I was reading all the news yesterday. At the UN, having big talk, we want to attack somebody. No, we are not here for that. People are suffering to live for day-to-day life. We are spending billions of dollars for nothing. This too has to change. We have some duties to bring the peace. When I love myself, I can love my brothers and sisters. Otherwise, impossible. That's why we practice yoga and meditation. I'm so glad this organization bringing meditation in different parts of the world. I grew up in a family. They taught us simple meditation, some yoga. Then I want to go and learn things. End up in Himalayas, live in a cave. I said, no, I had to get out from here too. So there are also a lot of problems, But problems are good for us. When you face problems, you learn something, and you look back, wow, I went through something. Right? At least yesterday I got around 20 phone calls from our volunteers, and we had a little hard time to communicate. But I want to meet them. Right away I changed my plan. I went to the street, talked with them because they are from another country coming to New York for peace. I want to take my time off for these wonderful people putting an event in New York City. You know how many events going on in every single day in New York City? So many. Because people are more aware about the peace. People are more open. When I look at 20 years back, I cannot imagine how New York City is. We heard about New York City when I came here. Wow. I want to meet people. Even I won't speak English that time. I just interact with people. Create my own network. My friendship. You can ask any one of them, do they love me? I know they love me. I have that courage to say because we smile at each other. Majority of the time we are so tight with our muscles. No. A smile can change the world. I believe it. I practice it. I experience it. A smile can change the world. I remember in the early 90s I met Mother Teresa. You know how beautiful she is. As a foreigner, came to India and changed the situation in the community. Last day I was telling my friends, we have a leader from our city as a female from the Muslim community. It's not simple. We need more ladies to come up and take the leading positions. Not only for male people. We all are equal in divinity. I believe we will able to change the world very soon. Loga samasta sukino bhavantu. May the entire universe fill with peace and happiness. Thank you.
I would now like to invite Venerable Prakru Bhavana Sutama Vite, representative of the Middle Way Meditation Institute, to give a speech now.
Hello, everyone. All of us have gathered here today to meditate and light up the light of peace together. It is such a brightening moment in the United States of America and the whole world amidst the challenge of continuous wars and conflicts that still exist in many parts of the world. The light of peace that we will light up today will become a beacon of hope, assuring us that once everyone has inner peace, we will be able to create world peace. When our minds have come to a standstill, through meditation, our minds will be clean, clear, and pure. Only then will we find inner peace. May all people around the world, regardless of nationality, race, or religion, receive our inner peace and good wishes. May they be blessed with greater happiness in their families and in their lives. May we find peace and love among us all. Thank you all.
Thank you all, honorary guests and spiritual leaders, for your wonderful and inspirational speeches. your precious stories, experiences, and hope for all human beings to have inner peace and to spread peace and happiness to create world peace together. And a special thanks to the singers for a lovely, beautiful, and heartfelt performance. So now we'll begin the opening ceremony. I would like to invite the spiritual leaders and VIP guests to stand up together. Now for the VIP guests, we have Ms. Sutiwan Sukwatana Kanwit. She's traveled all the way from Thailand to attend the event today. We have Ms. Yupin Dampricha, Ms. Oritai Sete Satien, Ms. P. Yarat Hong Siri, and Ms. Luchana Tra Kunlaraporn. The VIP guests have made great contributions and we thank them very much. We now have the opportunity to participate in the lighting ceremony to symbolize inner peace and world peace. I invite you all now to light up the auspicious lights together, and then we will take a picture. seat. Actually, we would like to take a group picture before we move on to the next event, the next activity. Thank you, everyone. You may now take your seat. So all honorary guests, at this moment it's time to greet and check in with the other participants from around the world in the other 5 continents to see if they are ready to begin the meditation.
Greetings from Sydney, Australia. Global Light of Peace in Australia, we'll make it happen. Global Light of Peace in Australia, we'll make it happen. Global Light of Peace in Australia, we'll make it happen. We can do it, and you can do it too.
Hello everyone, we are here in Iloilo City, Philippines.
Now, on the count of 3, we'll recite our motto. 1, 2, 3. Global Light of Peace in the USA. We make it happen. Global Light of Peace in the USA. We make it happen. Global Light of Peace in the USA. We make it happen. We can do it. You can do it too. Now that we have greeted one another from the various continents, and we've seen our peace-loving friends from around the world, I'd like to bring to you the most important moment of the Global Light of Peace event, which is the meditation itself. And this is a time that we will now meditate together. We call this World Inner Peace Time, as we meditate simultaneously from 6 continents around the world in 6 major cities and from every corner of the world through Facebook Live. We will meditate together to attain inner peace. We will spread our inner peace to create world peace. Since this is the first year of the Global Light of Peace, every one of you will make history by being a part of the first group to assemble together to create world peace through inner peace. We plan to organize this event every year, and we will continue to expand the number of participants until the day we reach 7.5 billion people who will come together around the world to close their eyes and meditate. Before beginning this auspicious meditation for world peace, may I request that everyone turn off their cell phones and please put your phone on mute so we can maintain a very peaceful environment for meditating together. Today is very auspicious as leaders from all religions have expressed their vision for creating world peace. We need peace lovers from all over the world to come together and meditate. It's the 100th anniversary of the rediscovery of the Middle Way meditation method by Longpu Wapak Nam, the great master of the Middle Way meditation, who sacrificed his life 100 years ago on the full moon night of September 1917. He made a resolution and laid down his life to sit in meditation without leaving his seat until he attained the universal method that would help all human beings of all races, nationalities, and religions attain true inner peace to create world peace. In order to commemorate Longpu's life and his sacrifice in creating world peace, we humbly bring his voice teaching meditation from 100 years ago, so we can all listen today. This will be in Thai language for a few minutes, then we will listen in English. This is his original voice from his original teachings. After that, everyone will hear guided instruction in English so you can follow the meditation practice, which has been translated from the original Thai text. Today, it's as if Longpu Wapak Nam is here personally to teach us. The meditation will follow the 7 bases of the mind and use the recitation of the word Samma Arahang. I now invite everyone to adjust their sitting posture. Please be seated comfortably, and we'll begin the meditation practice together.
บัดนี้ท่านทั้งหลายทั้งหญิงและชายได้เสียสละละเวลาอันมีค่ามาศึกษาในทางพระพุทธศาสนานี่เป็นกิจส่วนตัวสำคัญทางพุทธศาสนาแปลว่าทางคำสั่งสอนของพระพุทธเจ้าพระพุทธเจ้าสอนให้สัตว์โลกทั้งหมดละชั่วด้วยกายวาจาใจทำความดีด้วยกายวาจาใจทำใจให้ใส3 ข้อนี่แหละเป็นคำสอนของพระพุทธเจ้าทุกๆพระองค์ทั้งอดีตปัจจุบันอนาคตยืนยันเหมือนกันหมดเหตุนั้นท่านทั้งหลายเมื่อตั้งใจมั่นลงในพระพุทธศาสนาเช่นนี้ก็เพื่อจะทำใจของตนให้ดีตามประสงค์ของทางพุทธศาสนา
At this moment, all of you, both men and women, have sacrificed your valuable time to learn the teachings of the Enlightened One. This is an important personal mission. The Enlightened One taught all beings to refrain from all evils through body, speech, and mind, to do all good deeds with body, speech, and mind, and to purify the mind. These 3 principles are the teachings of all enlightened ones, from the past, the present, and the future. They all confirm these principles. So once your mind is determined to follow the teachings of the Enlightened One, then you can practice to purify your mind through the knowledge called samatha and vipassana. Samatha is a primary knowledge, which means peacefulness. Vipassana is a higher knowledge than samatha, which means enlightened vision. Both samatha and vipassana are profound in the teachings of the Enlightened One. The technique to practice samatha and vipassana is to use visualization and mantra. For visualization, you can form a mental image at the nostril, the first base, clear like a diamond sphere, without any scratches, the size of your eye. For women, keep the image at the left nostril. For men, keep the image at the right nostril. If your mind is wandering, keep your awareness of a mental image at the nostril. Feel the image crystal clear like a mirror. You can imagine the crystal sphere and keep your awareness at the center of the sphere. Keep it at the nostril, left for women, right for men. Then recite the mantra 3 times. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Then move the crystal sphere to the second base, the inner corner of the eye, where the tears come out. Left side for women, right side for men. Then recite the mantra 3 times to maintain the image. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Then move the crystal sphere to the second base, the inner corner of the eye, where the tears come out. Left side for women, right side for men. Then recite the mantra 3 times to maintain the image. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Then move the image from the inner corner of the eye to enter the third base at the center of the head. Then recite the mantra 3 times to maintain the image. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Then move the image from the third base to the fourth base at the roof of the mouth. Then recite the mantra 3 times to maintain the image. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Then move the crystal sphere from the 4th base to the 5th base, at the upper center of the throat, over the Adam's apple. Then recite the mantra 3 times to maintain the image. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Then move the image to the 6th base, around the point of your navel, at the middle of your body, where your breath finds the turning point. Then recite the mantra 3 times to maintain the image. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Then move the image from the 6th base back up 2 finger widths above the navel, at the 7th base, which is called the center. Stay calm with a crystal sphere the size of your eye at the center, using the mantra Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Your awareness remains at the center of the sphere till your mind becomes settled and still, and you continue to maintain the mantra Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Once your mind finds a total balance, your mind will be completely still at the center. Whether it is dark or bright, your mind is still there. And then a bright sphere will appear eventually, and your mind will be still at the center of the bright sphere. But if the mind wanders, repeat the mantra Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. once your mind is balanced and still, no need to use the mantra anymore. Just keep your mind still. It was said in Pali, an ancient language, Nati Santi Parang Sukhang, which means peace of mind surpasses all kinds of happiness. This stillness of the mind that leads to inner peace is very important. So you need to train your mind to be still. Once your mind becomes still, you can train it to experience stillness in stillness. Move forward in stillness. No return. Stillness in stillness. Stillness in stillness. Once your mind is totally still at the center, you will fall into the center, and you will see the bright sphere, like the moon or the sun, emerging amid the stillness at the center. This sphere is called Patamamaka, or primary path. This is the path that will lead us to world peace. It is a primary path for humanity to eternal peace. It is also a path that all enlightened ones have passed before us. It is the same path that people from all walks of life, all races, and all religions will pass through. Some can be fast, some can be slow, depending on their goodness energy previously accumulated. But it is the same path. On the worldly way, to move faster, you need to find faster vehicles, like an airplane or a car. But in the spiritual way, if you want to move faster, you need to learn how to be still and let go. Then you can move faster spiritually. Just be still at the center of the bright sphere. Be still. Once your mind is completely still, you don't need to use the mantra anymore. But if your mind goes back to wandering, you can use the mantra Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, until the mind becomes still. Be still. Just be still. Don't think of darkness or brightness. Just be still. Stay still. Stillness of the mind is the key to success. Learning to attain stillness is very crucial. Do not talk too much about any other things yet. Let's be settled in stillness first. Once your mind can find stillness, you can go further to learn other things. In the teachings of the Enlightened One, Samma Arahang, Samma Araham. Samma Araham. Keep your stillness steady. Do not be distracted. Please continue to meditate in silence for a moment. สัพเพพุทธาปลปตาปเจกานันจะยังพลังอรหันตานันจะเตเจนรคัมพันธามิสัพพโสสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธัมมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสัทธาโสธีภาวันทุเต And now, please slowly and gently open your eyes.
Thank you all for joining in this very special moment of the meditation together from the 5 continents around the world. I would like to now invite all of you to have a photograph together where you'll be standing up at your seat next to your peace ball and just talk for a moment about the symbol of the peace ball. So the bright light symbolizes our faith, strength, belief, and hope for world peace to happen at this present time. Humanity would like peace to happen soon, and our symbolic expression will inspire all human beings to realize the need for creating world peace through inner peace. This is our message to everyone as we light up our Light of Peace ball. We'll see the brightness of thousands of Light of Peace lights shining radiant together across 6 continents around the world so everyone can experience a peaceful and calm environment and know true inner peace and happiness. So if you would all stand up now to have a photograph together.
the choice to live our lives in peace. Take each other's hands and make amends. That now's the time for us to live in peace.
We must be strong. Let us together make the choices that will put our planet back on the right course. Only then will we fulfill our destiny. Don't you see we need each other? For it is the difference of colors and races that actually unite us all. Let us choose to live. Let us choose to respect. And let us choose to lift each other up. Let there be peace.
Everyone in the world, please listen close. It's time to understand true life. Let's go. If you ever broke bread in the belly of the beast, then you had to know the difference is war and peace. Be still the heart, let us concentrate. Let go the evil and all things to complicate. Breathe, stroll through the garden and vegetate. We can find peace if we all just meditate. Let's find a sinner, release the inner sinner. Impossible with war with no sides to winner. Happier together is the healing process. Now let that digest and we can progress. Deliver me a world with all problems solved, and I'll show you a species truly involved. Find peace of mind, release the hatred. Let us all come together and break the matrix.
In your mind, search and find a relief from all the stress that this whole world can bring. Ways to find different ways to live peace. Ways to find a better
Now everyone in the world, please listen close. It's time to understand true life. Let's go. If you ever broke bread in the belly of the beast, then you had to know the difference is war and peace. Be still the heart, let us concentrate. Let go the evil and all things to complicate. Breathe, stroll through the garden and vegetate. We can find peace if we all just meditate.
in your mind, search and find a relief. Just look inside, see what your light can bring. Ways to find a different ways to live. Ways to find a better way.
center, release the inner center. Impossible reward with no size to winner. Happier together is the healing process. Now let that digest and we can progress. Deliver me a world with all problems solved, and I'll show you a species truly involved. Find peace of mind, release the hatred. Let us all come together and break the matrix.
Just look inside, see what your light can bring. We need to find a different ways to live. We need to find a better ways to live.
We assembled here to create world peace through inner peace. It started by each individual in the room and the participants from the other 5 continents around the world. Let us be proud of our efforts to create world peace. Next year, 2018, we will assemble together like this again on the full moon day of September 24th, 2018. Everyone can find information and follow us on our Facebook page, Global Light of Peace 2017 US. For all of you interested in continuing your meditation practice for world peace through inner peace, please visit our website at www.mmipeace.org. We're currently looking for our new meditation center right here in New York City. I would like to give a special thanks to our honorary guests, spiritual leaders, and partner organizations who have jointly organized today's event with us. We greatly appreciate each and every one of you. A special thank you to our rapper, Jamel Dingle. His talent is displayed in today's rap song, World Peace. Our special thanks to the DIMC New Jersey, Pat and LARP, Dr. Evelyn Davis, Petra Basket, May Pinkett, Jeanette Coleman-Alexander, Noy Joel, and the many, many other volunteers. The Global Light of Peace would not have been complete without the wonderful help of these very special people. Thank you very much. The Global Light of Peace 2017 event has come to an end, and our organizing committee would like to say that we appreciate your participation on this very special occasion, and we hope to see you all again. May everyone have a safe trip home, and thank you very much.